Let us look into this first question of JEE 2020 paper 2. Complex number. Initially they have defined what is the real part of Z. Let S be the set of all complex numbers that satisfy Z raised to 4 minus modulus of Z raised to 4 is equal to 4 iota times Z square. Iota has been defined as under root of minus 1. The minimum possible value of modulus of Z1 minus Z2 square, where Z1, Z2 belong to this set S. That means Z1, Z2 are roots of this equation. With real part of Z1 is positive and the real part of Z2 is negative. Before we proceed, what we do is we factorize this because this is evident. So I can write this as Z square minus mod Z square, and simultaneously I can write modulus of Z square as ZZ bar into Z square minus, in fact plus ZZ bar, bar is the conjugate, is equal to 4 iota times Z square. I can comfortably cancel out Z square, so I would be left with Z minus Z bar, that is 2 times imaginary part of Z, Z plus Z bar, that is 2 times real part of Z, and imaginary part of Z comes with an iota, is equal to 4 iota times Z square. Z square has been cancelled initially. 2 cancels with 4 and iota cancels with iota. So what you are left with is real part of Z into imaginary part of Z is equal to 1. Now if you try on plotting this in the Cartesian plane, you realize that this is basically the rectangular hyperbola xy is equal to 1, somewhat like this. And in that case, if real part of Z1 is greater than 0, so Z1 lies on this branch of the hyperbola, and real part of Z2 is less than 0, so Z2 lies on this branch of the hyperbola. The distance between these 2 points is to be minimized, which obviously happens along the common normal, and with the properties of rectangular hyperbola, this is pretty evident that this will happen when it passes through the origin and is the common normal, which this point would come out to be 1, 1 by symmetry. So the half length is root 2, so that means the minimum length of modulus of Z1 minus Z2 is this full length 2 root 2, and of course the square of this is the square of 2 root 2, that is 8. If we wish to get this minimum with some other way, then we can take this point as CTC by T and take a minimum value, but that's not required because this has been done time and again in all the classes. Almost all the students know about this thing.